Seattle Seahawks.
Let's go! Let's go! Check 280. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Go, night. Go, night. Hey, alert 3. Watch switch. Watch twist. 14, run it.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there on the first play of the game. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Opening minute and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Mike 5'9".
Throwing is Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson, and he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now it's Carson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 2nd down and 4, Wilson. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
54.
Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 22, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Hey, D-line, let's get in there. 11. 55. Hey, high 7.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. From the 24, Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
One flip. Hey. You tighten up. Hey, one set.
Now Wilson. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Check. Walk it before. Here we go.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Pick the edge. Come.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Watch the curl. Go. Kill. Run pass. 54. Zoom. 54. Come off the ball. Hey, one set. Check, Mike.
Here's Wilson to throw. He'll find Metcalf. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Check. Lucky. Shit. Rotate. Spell. Bang. Gun. All go special.
Here we go on fourth with Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Wilson going to lead his guys up first and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Wilson leaves this one with Penny, and he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Second and 5 now. Wilson. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. First and 10.
Go ahead.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And the 49er first down.
Here we go. 180. 11. Y'all playing the wrong football. Check.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bullock good on the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On 2nd and 9, Wilson throwing left side. It's complete. 23 yards the pickup there. On 1st down, Carson. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26. Wilson now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. 18. Mike, check, 59.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Alert.
On 1st down, Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Check 59, Mike. 19. 59, Mike to 59.
To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was trying to go back to more there. And now it's 3rd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. Myers' kick is good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On second down, it's Coleman trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, here's Coleman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returnable for Lockett. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Kill, guys, 4 down. 54, Mike.
Third and long, it's Wilson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He got 29 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Come on, QB, come on.
Penny, a first down carry. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Mike is 59.
From the 45 on second down, Wilson, and he finds Penny. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
To throw is Wilson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10. At the Niners' 38-yard line.
Throwing on second down, Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Wilson. And an alley to run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Double dog, that's the way.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
21. Here we go. Hey, team 6. 50's the mark. Come on, boy.
To try again after the sack. Garoppolo. This will be caught by Brown. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 17. Now Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Hey, exit. Switch gears.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, gun. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Flex. Go. Go ahead.
Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
Able to haul it in is Kittle. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo again. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, box truck. No chance. Mike 8. Hey, watch the slant.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. He wants it all for the ends. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Delano Hill. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now it's Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Mike's 59. Let's put him on the punt.
Throwing is Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. K'Wan Williams, the one that got him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. 2nd and 5 now. Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
On first down, Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On the delay, here's Carson. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll look to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Here we go, here we go. 120! I got you. Hey, gun. Watch the car. Alert 3. Lock! I got you. 21. Hey, Charlie! Get hot!
To throw is Garoppolo. Got a man. It's Brown. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Complete to Antonio Brown. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Two. Hey, wahoo!
Back to throw, Garoppolo. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
11. I got you. Hey, Delta.
Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. He gets it to Brown, complete. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Here we go. 180. 11.
Garoppolo to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
13.
One final try now for Garoppolo. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
49ers 21.